All right, Shalom. I want to start off as always, man, by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash, double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing his work in truth and sincerity. And I also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this lesson, man, I wanted to do a response unto the UN General Assembly that took place today. And earlier this morning, I got a chance to catch a good portion of it. All right. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but I caught some of it, man, just to see what they would talk about. And for the most part, what stuck out to me is how they kept mentioning the Sustainable Development Goals. All right. Almost every leader that came to the podium mentioned the Sustainable Development Goals. And if you don't know anything about the Sustainable Development Goals, man, it is 17 goals that is a part of the 2030 agenda that the elites pretty much want implemented amongst all nations and governments. Okay. To pretty much, excuse me, to pretty much put the world under a one world order, a one world system. All right. And if you read those 17 development goals, you see that Esau Edom is a devil. Okay. He's a devil. And through that, he's going to put hell on the world. Okay. He's going to get a chance to truly have that godlike power in enslaving the people. Okay. But I have a video here pulled up from the United Nations YouTube page. All right. And the title of this video here reads, it says, UN Secretary General addresses United Nations General Debate, 79th section. So this is the UN General here speaking, man. And I watched this video earlier today. And what stood out to me is how in this video, he mentioned how they want to reform this current financial system. All right. They pretty much want to do away with it and bring in a new system that works for all. And we know, according to Bible prophecy, man, that that system will be the MOTB system. So I'm going to play what he said here in this video. And then also I'm going to go to two videos. I have two more videos here by Whitney Webb. Okay. And she's going to further explain that system that they want to implement amongst all the people, man. All right. So without further ado, I'll play this clip here.
So must the global financial architecture set up 80 years ago. I commend the leaders of the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund for taking the important steps that they have. But, as the Pact for the Future emphasizes, tackling inequalities requires accelerating reform of the international financial architecture. Over the past 8 decades, the global economy has grown and transformed. The Bretton Woods institutions have not kept pace. They can no longer provide a global safety net or offer.
Right. They want to provide a global safety net for all people. They want to bank the unbanked, right? They want to get everybody on board. And this current system, all right, you can't do that with this system, bro. everybody is not on board, man. All right. It's ways to get around this stuff. Right? It's ways to get around it, man. But in this new system, ain't no way around it. It's either you get down with them in that new digital system, or you won't have access to nothing. Okay? These devils came out and said this. So I'll play a little bit more here this video and let him talk, and I'll move on.
For developing countries the level of support that they need. In the world's poorest countries, the debt interest payments now cost more on average than investments in education, health, and infrastructure combined. And around the world, more than 80% of Sustainable Development Goal targets are off track. Excellencies, getting back on track requires a surge of financing for the 2030 agenda.
Right. So just real quick, as I was saying earlier, they kept on mentioning the Sustainable Development Goals. All right. And that is something that I know personally, I've been going into constantly. All right. Is those Sustainable Development Goals, because within that, they mention the MOTB system. Okay. If you read through it, it is mentioned in there. And they want this for all nations, man. Okay. He said this in front of everybody. And they want them to get on board with this and have it implemented before 2030. So Esau ain't messing around, bro. They're moving fast. Okay. And you can expect, man, by 2025, they're gonna have some moves made. All right. And some things gonna, be revealed. Okay. We're getting very, very close, man. We're getting very, very close. I'm going to play a little bit more, then I'm going to move on.
And the Paris Agreement. That means that G20 countries need to lead on an SDG stimulus of $500 billion a year. It means reforms to substantially increase the lending capacity of multilateral development banks, and to enable them to massively scale up affordable long-term climate and development finance. It means expanding contingency financing through recycling of special drawing rights. And it means promoting long-term debt restructuring. Excellencies, I have no illusions.
Okay, so that's enough on his video. All right, now I want to go here to this video, all right, where Whitney Webb is being interviewed, okay? And she's going to expound on the things that he was saying here in this clip. Well, in the previous clip, all right? He said this stuff today. Everything in that video that you see, he said it today, all right? September 24th, 2024. All right. Now this video that was done here came out 2 months ago. And I actually did a video on it because of the things that she was saying here, man. And to see them mentioning these things at the UN General Assembly, bro, it's like, man, she probably be juiced in, bro. Because, I mean, bro, she's just on point. Okay, she's on point with a lot of things concerning this NWO. All right, so I'm gonna let her speak, man. Okay, and I'll move on to the next clip.
Enjoy the video.
In this context, I think the digital ID is a key enabler of the surveillance, knowing what everyone is doing at the transactional level and being able to tweak that micromanagement based on a person's activity, because the digital ID isn't just limited to the financial system, right? It's like your travel, your health history, your career history, your education credentials, your access to telecommunications, social media, the internet. with the new AI era, right, they can fuse all that data, analyze it, and depending on how they develop that AI algorithm, use it to control people really in unprecedented ways. I think the digital ID and the CBDC and its private sector equivalence project is something that we're always sort of intended to be the same system. So there's documents from the UN, from the BIS, and in related groups that are sort of that have been working on this for years. That essentially frame one as essential to the other, using words about, this is inclusionary, sort of, the whole, I guess, marketing behind digital ID is that everyone needs a legal ID because otherwise they're unable to access essential services, right? And so the idea is we all have to be included in the system, and they directly link that to the concept of financial inclusion and banking the unbanked, which you brought up earlier. But inherently, these systems actually function in an exclusionary way, based on how they've been set up. They have essentially said that this will be the only way to prove you have legal identity. And so if you don't participate in that system, as far as the state or the private sector is concerned, you don't exist. So by not participating in that system, you're inherently excluded from the economic system and really essentially everything. So you have to onboard to the surveillance state or be excluded from everything. So it's, being marketed as inclusion, but it's really inherently exclusionary.
How does this system get triggered? How do we move into the Mark Carney-ism?
Well, I think they sort of give it away when they say that this is the new Bretton Woods movement that needs to be seized. So Bretton Woods was what came out of World War II, essentially, and was the creation of a new financial governance system after World War II. And this is essentially an effort to create a new financial governance system that was announced well before any sort of crisis like that, but it's probably going to need a crisis of that level to be implemented and to convince people to onboard at scale. And if you subscribe to the theory that all wars are bankers' wars, which there is plenty of evidence to support that, I would say, that seems to suggest that perhaps, this is the it's going to be a problem reaction solution type of situation where they've already made the solution. They've already developed what they want to be the new financial governance system after this new Bretton Woods moment. They just need some sort of big event on the scale of World War II or some large event that's, equally disruptive in order to be like, all right, now it's time for a new financial governance system after this big event like they did after World War II.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think the thing that...
Right. So there you have it, man. These devils, they've been planning this for a long time. Okay. They already got the MOTB system. They just need an event. They need something major to happen for them to justify bringing in this new system. And also, this new system has to be so desirable that everybody just accept it. Okay. It's going to come with benefits, and you can do this, and you can get this and get that. Esau gonna make it sweet, okay? Because he needs you to get down with it. So he gonna make it sweet, all right? He gonna have some hella, benefits and deals, so to speak. Maybe you can get your debt clean and whatever it may be. Who knows? But he needs you to get down with this system, okay? What they have prepared, we don't know. But an event needs to take place for them to bring in this new financial system, which will be the MOTB system, okay? It's going to start off with them CBDCs, as she mentioned, okay? The central bank digital currencies. But eventually, it will lead to the MOTB being put in your body, okay? Now, next video here, this is from Life Worth Living. It says, most are not prepared for what's coming, Whitney Webb. So this video here came out 6 days ago. All right, so recently she did another interview speaking and talking about what's coming down the pipe, man. Okay. So I want to play a small portion of this clip here, and then I'll move on, all right?
The other thing that I'm really concerned about as it relates to, a coming economic crisis is that I think we're going to see a major effort to saddle American consumers with programmable, surveillable money and seizable money. And so, of course, a lot of people for years now have been very concerned about central bank digital currencies or CBDCs. But there are also things issued by the private sector, like stable coins, for example, that are just as programmable and surveillable and seizable as CBDCs are. So I think it's very likely in the event of a major debt crisis or some sort of crisis that damages significantly regular Americans' purchasing power, there will be an effort to onboard Americans onto one of those two versions of programmable, surveillable money. So it's possible, if Kamala wins, we could see a CBDC or something like that. But in the case of Trump, he's sort of come out in favor of stable coins. He did that recently at a
No, not Kamala. Not Kamala Harris. She gonna come with a CBDC? She needs to get in the office then. She needs to get in the office, okay? Yeah. I might have to go vote. I might have to go vote, man. She bringing in the CBDCs, bro. She might do it. She just might do it because the left, okay? They're all about, the new things, new ways of doing things, and I can just see them pushing it heavy on the people. And the people buying into it, but who knows how this thing gonna go down, man. But they will use these politicians, right? These so-called leaders and figures, right? They will use them as pawns to persuade the people, man, to pretty much bow down. All right.
At his speech at the Bitcoin conference earlier this year. And, stable coins are just as programmable and surveillable and seizable as CBDCs in theory are. And I think those, as people have rightly pointed out, are a threat to our financial privacy and ultimately our financial freedom. So I think people should be focusing not just on CBDCs, but also, these other digital currencies that have the potential to offer those same, Orwellian functionalities to the people, issuing them and producing them. And some of those prominent stablecoins like Circle,
so that's in that video, man. Okay, but the point being of those 3 videos is that Esau, he's coming with his MOTB system, man. Okay, they are preparing the world for change. This is why it's so much shit going on. They are preparing for a change. They are preparing for a transition, okay? A great reset is truly about to happen. If you watch the UN General Assembly, bro, they talked about it. I mean, they just pretty much came out and told you, look, nigga, get ready for the MOTB system. But most people didn't get a chance to catch this, all right? People who are into geopolitics, they caught it. I'm sure, some brothers may caught it, but most people didn't catch this thing, man. This video here only got, 4,718 views. And this man talking about changing the world. He's talking about changing your life completely. But this ain't interesting to people, all right? It's not interesting at all. Even to some of you folks call yourselves in the faith, this is boring to you. Because it's not as entertaining, He ain't up there breakdancing or some shit like that, right? Or he ain't up there, debating. Jake like debates and shit. This dude is talking about, he's talking about changing the world. And he's urging these world leaders, right, to implement the sustainable development goals within their country, man. He pretty much told them, hurry up. Go watch the whole video, man. He pretty much told them to hurry up. What the hell are you waiting on? He's sitting there, smiling and shit, but he's saying, look, bro, he said that 80% of the Sustainable Development Goals are not being implemented by the nations. And he said that has to change. He said the Sustainable Development Goals has to be the foundation of your law. Now, who the hell came up with these SDGs, man? And why do they need to be the foundation of the law? So they talking about changing everything. Okay? This is real, man. Also, they have another meeting coming up in November, okay? As you can see here, UN Climate Change Conference. That's coming up November 11th. Okay, they're going to talk about climate change and what's going on in the earth, and pretty much them justifying giving you a carbon footprint. Okay, they're going to justify giving you a carbon footprint, telling you, hey, look, you can't be traveling every goddamn well. You eating too much food. Okay, they're going to justify it, man. So ain't no more taking vacations and just going as you please. Everything is about to change, man. You should real deal go and watch the UN General Assembly, bro. I mean, they were openly saying this shit. Y'all can get ready because we finna change everything in so many words. Okay, I just summed it up for you. They said in so many words, get ready, we finna change every damn thing. Finance, this gender inequality, you know, all of this war in the earth and all these things and plagues, disease, and, you know, poverty. They want to change it all. But if your ears aren't geared toward these things, you will know what the hell going on, man. You got to watch this stuff. You got to check these things out. Listen to these devils, bro. They will tell you their plans. That's how proud they are. But they say it in a subtle way, right? They use other words and shit. That's why I got me a big old dictionary over here for when they say shit that I don't understand, I go look it up. Certain words and terms they use and phrases. Because I don't know everything. But they talking code to each other, man. They talking code, but like they will say some shit, you'll think that it ain't nothing. But they real deal saying, hey, look, we finna mess you niggas up in a polite way, they said. Okay? So I'll go into my precepts, man, and I'll agree to close out. This lesson shouldn't be that long. So my first scripture here, Psalms chapter 2, verse 1, it says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed. This is them taking counsel, man. It's called the UN General Assembly. With over 100 something nations, man, gathered to hold a council to try and agree to pretty much a one world order. And this guy, he's the secretary of it, and he pretty much said, hey, look, man, y'all got to come on. He said 80% of the SDGs are not being implemented. What the hell y'all doing? Okay, that's what he said in so many words. Bro, go watch this video, bro. It's on the UN. Look, the United Nations have a YouTube page. Go to their page, subscribe to it, watch the videos, man. See what the hell going on. They're telling you, okay? So once again, it says, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. It says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Right? There is no taking no counsel against the Most High, bro. You're crazy. But these devils, they think that they can somehow one up the Most High God, Yahweh. But as it says here in Proverbs 21 verse 30, there is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord Yahweh. So Esau, he's constantly meeting and having these counsels as if he's doing something. But the Most High is going to destroy this man and bring his counsels to naught. As it says here in Psalms. Okay, this is Psalms 33 verse 10. The Lord Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices, meaning their plans, their thoughts, of the people of none effect. The counsel of the Lord standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations. So the Most High's counsel, that's going to stand. Not Esau's counsel, man. So they can meet all day long. But they will fail. They will fail, man. Okay? Thus said the Bible. And the last precept I'm going to get here and close out. This is Isaiah, the 8th chapter, starting at verse 9. It says, associate yourselves, O ye people, and ye shall be broken in pieces. And give ear, all ye of far countries. Gird yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces. Gird yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces. Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand, for the Most High is with us. So, as of right now, they are associating themselves. They're gathering and having a meeting. Okay. Also, this guy, he mentioned the summit of the future. Okay, that took place yesterday. And how pretty much, they had a good summit and came to some agreements and signed some, deals. Hey, man, these devils are on the move. Okay, this is how Esau worked, man. He get the people through paperwork. All right, he talk about it, then he signed shit, and people don't even know about it. Only those who are watching. Okay, but this is real, man. Okay, if you get a chance, go watch some videos, bro. And video here with Whitney Webb. All right, she cold, bro. Okay, she know a lot. All right, I'm starting to think that she damn near juiced in, bro. Like somebody feeding her the information, bro. Cause she's on point, like she's on point, and she breaking it all down. Okay. So with that, I want to close out, man. Lord willing, to edifying. All praise Yahweh by Shema Shai by Shema Chakodash. Shalom.